Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest, and this is for the first week of August. Lots to tell you about today. Lots of stuff going on. There's been a couple of worldwide healings I want to share with you first. Now, there were a few people that had what we call is an entity weapon. So it's a weapon that entities used against people. Now, in this case, the same entity weapon was present in 3 different people on the same parallel universe. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to look bigger. So what we found out was this particular entity weapon prevented all beings in that particular universe from grounding to Mother Earth. So it was almost like having, a rubber coating around that Mother Earth, preventing all beings from fully being able to connect to Mother Earth. And so we did a grand healing for that particular timeline and removed that rubber coating. A lot of people now are so sensitive that they can actually feel what is going on in their other timelines. I know I can. Today I was in the afternoon, I was starting to get kind of, a little bit irritable, and it's actually very unusual for me to be irritable because I'm usually really patient and, in a good mood. So I was like, well, this is probably not my stuff, So finally I got to testing, and it was my alternate timeline had some issues. And so I had to, clear or heal whatever was there, and then, I felt better. Now, the second big world healing has to do with electromagnetic frequencies. 2 parts. Part 1 is that some of you may still be struggling with aligning your fields with the electromagnetic fields of Mother Earth. That's what's called the 3 big fields. So the NES health people, NES health people talk about that. They have a remedy called the 3 big aligners. So does, Kathy Homeyer has her own version of that. So the 3 big fields of Earth include the axis, the equator, and then the magnetic pole, which your, electromagnetic fields in your body are supposed to align with Mother Earth. We got earlier this week, or last week, that that for some of us star seeds, that especially the light being star seeds, that we had to temporarily disconnect from that alignment to realign to what we call the star seed grid. So it's a very positive, high vibrational energy that permeates the entire universe. So we had to reconnect to that, and then after that, we could reconnect to the 3 big fields of Mother Earth. We also had to stabilize some of the animals' ability to also connect and align to Mother Earth's 3 big fields in this timeline, in this universe. So when that happens, usually things act up around my house. This is different from what happened last week with the bear and the whole bit, if you had seen that particular Spiritual Medicine Digest, my story about the bear. But we have had a lot of mice activity. So last night I tested that rodents in general were having difficulty as a group aligning their fields with Mother Earth's 3 big fields. So we did a group rodent healing about that. Okay, so that's one of the other world healings that we did. Now, the other one, it was one we did today, and and the VIP group helped with this. The electromagnetic fields, okay, the electromagnetic fields were somehow not working right. So what was happening was people's computers were doing really weird things computers were needed a hard boot, to reboot, to get it to work properly. Things were crashing. People say, well, it's Mercury in retrograde, but when I tested, it was not Mercury in retrograde, and many of us are actually impervious to Mercury in retrograde, which is in another video. So it wasn't that, but what it was that en masse, all of humanity was up-leveling, okay, healing. So this was a form of detox for all of humanity, which was fascinating. This detox really required some usage or needing some form of energy that we got was electromagnetic in nature. So this electromagnetic nature was like we were using it, sucking it, whatever it was for all of humanity's detoxification. So we had this EMF electromagnetic field healing transformation that needed to happen to help balance these things out. Now, if you are having equipment problems, more than likely you will need to do a reboot. So meaning you have to turn it all the way off, let it kind of rest for 10 minutes, and turn it on and reboot your systems. You may have to, clear cookies, or if you know how to do that, on your computer, just to give it a fresh start. And hopefully our devices will work better this week after this global healing. You can let me know, put it in the comments how things are working. Hopefully it's helpful. The other thing that's come up with a number of people is that their parasympathetic nervous system is not balancing very well. That's your relaxation system. And like I said, these sometimes are these little ascension glitches where things just don't work well for a little bit. So how you test that is with muscle testing, divine muscle testing, or the new STOIM method of muscle testing, which I have described in other videos, or we're going to work a lot on it in the Supercharge Your Healing Powers live event in September. You can ask, how happy is my autonomic nervous system? And get a number out of 100%. Then you can ask, okay, how happy is my sympathetic nervous system? How happy is my parasympathetic? How happy is my enteric, which is your gut nervous system? And what you want is over 95% in all these areas. If it's not happy, then, and you need to know more, then you can do TOLPAKAN healing to figure out what it is you need to know to get those systems back on track. But what we found is that the parasympathetic, the relaxation mode, has not been as easily regulating. Yes, so it's not as happy as it has been. Maybe yours has never been happy if you're stressed all the time. So you want to maybe just check that and make sure that your sympathetic and parasympathetic and enteric nervous systems are nice and happy over 95%. Okay, the other really cool thing, and this came up previously, but I did not share it because I don't know, maybe I thought it was just a one-time thing, but it seems like this is multiple people having this, so I am going to share it today. So what I'm going to share is going to be controversial, and I'll tell you why in a second. So, somebody asked me, hey, I've been told that there's a lot of karma that I've accumulated from my other lives where I had done probably negative, bad things, and that I need to suffer in this timeline. I need to die a horrible, painful death, on and on. Is that really true? Is that really necessary? So I said, honestly, I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me, but let's just check in. So we checked in with Source. And what was fascinating was I said, okay, so is there such a thing called karma, for humanity? And I get a no. And I'm like, that's interesting because we've heard of karma, most of us. So I said, was there something like that's called karma previously in humanity's history? I get a yes. And I said, when did that stop? And that was about 3 to 4 months ago. So around the 3 to 4 month mark, we as a humanity, as a species, had actually removed karma from our reality. Okay, so maybe, hopefully you're in the same reality I'm in where there's no karma. Now, it doesn't mean carte blanche, you go and do bad things. And sometimes you wish there was karma because there's people doing bad things and you're like, ha, they're gonna get it, No, but anyway, so it's a controversial because what if you're a healer and your whole marketing platform is about transforming people's karma, right? What happens when there's no karma? Well, your business goes down the tubes. So there can be people attached to the concept of karma. There must be karma, but I'm saying, well, I'm just the messenger. Okay, I'm just asking the question, and I'm getting a no. Karma no longer exists for humanity. Interestingly, karma does exist in non-human realities, which I think is very interesting. So other non-human species in our universe still and you think, well, the law of karma, whatever, like the law is a law, right? It should be everywhere. But interestingly, in other dimensions, even in the same universe, in other dimensions, the laws are different. Yeah, the law of gravity may be different elsewhere, So the laws are different. So who are we to say, well, we know for sure that the law of karma is always there, right? So let's entertain the notion like maybe it's not there. Maybe there is no law of karma for humanity anymore. We did get that about 8% of all of the species in this universe no longer have karma. Was that right? Yeah, something like that. So there is a huge number of species that still have some form of what we would call karma for their particular species. So I don't even know how this makes sense, and but I'm just the messenger, so I said it's going to be controversial because, like I say, some people are going to be really, really attached to karma, even though they don't want it. It's like there must be karma, So you can question yourself, see what resonates with you, see what works for you. Don't have to listen to believe me, just see how it works for you in this life. For this particular person asked this question, the person that told her was from one of those species. Okay, they still have karma. Okay, we don't. So what else I wanted to share with you? Yes, okay, so this is also very exciting. This is probably like, I should have made 5 videos instead of 1. But people said they wanted a summary. So it's about your 0-point access. Okay, so your 0-point access, your 0-point access portal, we've talked about it before. There is a location that maps to your body where, like acupuncture, like meridian-wise, where you can more easily go to that 0 point, to that nothingness, to that stillness. Okay, like this point amplifies it. That's your way in. And it's deep to you, so it's not on the surface of your skin, it's deep to you. And when I was previously testing people, it was kind of like in the belly area, sometimes in the low back area, but sometimes to the right, sometimes to the left. And other people, it was like right on an acupuncture point. I thought, well, why is it different for everyone? I don't really get that. But today I asked a different question, Today I asked of this one client of mine, I said, is this 0-point access ideally where it should be for the highest good? I get a yes, and it's was not in the center line. So I thought, okay, so I asked a different question. If the energetic body and all of its energetic anatomy, was fully aligned and balanced in this person, would the 0-point access point still be on the back of her? And the answer was no. So I said, if it was completely, perfectly aligned, all the parts of her anatomy all working together, especially the energetic, all that mapping, where would that 0-point access be? And guess where it is? CV6, conception vessel 6, which is the acupuncture point to access the dantian. So at the area underneath your belly button where the mystics have told to breathe into your belly, where you contemplate your belly if you're like, meditating. And that makes sense because, hey, that is the area, supposedly the womb of all creation. So it's near your womb. So it's conception vessel 6. So you can check in and see, where is my 0-point access, on the body? Where's it map? Is it a little to the left, a little to the right, in the center, the front, the back? And if it's not in the center line, in CV6 or around that area, you might want to ask if my energetic anatomy and all of its processes were 100% aligned, where would it be? So I'd love to hear your answers. My guess is that it is going to be CV6, but I'd love for a lot of people to test what it is. And the other hint is if it's not CV6, and it ideally should be if everything was aligned, go ahead and align your energy balance, right? Go ahead and know that you have energy, anatomy parts, I suppose, that are not fully aligned and balanced, so you can work on that. Cool. Okay, so a couple of announcements. Number 1, okay, we're still taking tickets for the Supercharge Your Healing Powers program. We are about a little over halfway sold out right now, and we do have the 50% off friends and family, so you pay for a ticket, they come for half price. Those of you already in the Unlock Your Superpowers program, the Light Warrior Advanced Healing Program Package C, have a free ticket already. So you do still need to register your free ticket, and there's a free ticket code. If you need help with that, you can contact us on the support page or on my contact page on KarenCan.com. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Supercharge Your Healing Powers event is going to be September 7th through 9th in Lake Clear. It's about 30 minutes from Lake Placid, where I am, in a beautiful resort. And it's just amazing, just energetically, physically beautiful. Last time I was there in September, there was like, hundreds of butterflies in this area, right near the lake. And we're going to be working there and also inside the retreat center. It's rustic, it's beautiful, it's Adirondack-y, what can I say? So I'd love to see you there if you're interested in honing your intuition, your remote healing powers, We're going to do a lot more with manifesting, more than I thought actually, but this has come up since doing some training in Fiji with my mentors and then creating the STOIM method, and we're going to teach you how to do some cool exercises with that so you can go home and be confident in your answers and in your direction. So connect to Source, find out your soul mission and your soul experience. And we still have the Accelerator pre-event training going on. It's a $1,000 bonus. So you get your own student portal and you get training before you come to the event. Not that you have to complete it at all, but it's extra bonuses worth $1,000 of training, which nobody else can buy. So you have to come to the event at this time to get that. The other announcement is Dr. Dennis is going to be back on the LifeWave radio show on Light Warrior Radio, and we are going to be talking about how LifeWave patches can help you with spiritual alchemy. Yes, I've been dying for this one. No, I haven't been dying. I've been really happy, you know, that he's going to be talking about that. So we're talking sacred geometry, we're talking manifesting, you know, we're talking how to use the crystallines in the phototherapy patches in unique ways to manifest things. So be on the show Monday at 12 noon Eastern to find that out. If you're not sure when or where to contact us for the show, it's a live show. You can actually go to KarenCan.com, get on the mailing list, and we will email you the night before with the exact link to the show that you can ask questions through the chat, or you can call in through the US number to get some questions answered. And you don't even have to, you know, want to hear more about the topic. If you have any questions about the patches at all, including whatever we get to share with you about the X39 stem cell patch, you can go ahead and call in the show on Monday, and we look forward to, you know, connecting with you on Monday. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And remember, if you're on the fence or not really sure or haven't heard about the Supercharge Your Healing Powers event, check it out. It's at superchargeyourhealing.com. And I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Bye.